Hi, I'm from School Council and we are here with
Mrs Williams.
Can you tell us how you were involved with Our Ladies in St Swithin's?
Yeah, so I work in Our Ladies in St Swithin's as the mental health and wellbeing lead, and I am involved with all the children over the school, helping them if they need to talk to me with any issues. I also engage with parents during the PTA and other coffee mornings and such things. Um, I'm also part of the attendance team, so if children are off and there's any problems, we might go and do home visits and stuff like that. So that's what I do at Our Ladies in St Swithin's.
How would you describe Our Lady in St Swithin's?
So I would say it's a really warm school. So in my working career, I've worked in lots of different caring places. So I've worked in hospitals, I've worked in hospices, I've worked in care homes. So I've worked with a variety of different places. And when I started working here at Our Ladies in St Swithin's, straight away I felt like it was a warm place to work and I felt really welcomed. And I felt as the time gone on, I feel like it is a bit of a big family um, for the staff and the children, because I know that quite a lot of the children are family and are cousins and sisters and siblings and stuff like that. Um, so I would just say it's like a big family, really.
Yeah, I feel that too because we're all so close and I feel like we all have a connection.
Yeah, I do. And I think sometimes what happens, like in families, and because you've got siblings yourself, um, there's arguments and bits and bobs, and I think that's what it's like in this school. But I hope and I feel like we do try and resolve them quite fast for the children and staff, because we do have quarrels as staff as well sometimes.
What things did you have in your school that you think children might like today?
So it's more so what we didn't have. So we didn't have technology when I was in school. And I think technology, even though it's a fantastic thing, I think it does cause a little bit of problems. So what we had, because we didn't have technology, we had to make our own fun. So we had to do things as a group of children. Like I think we are trying as a school to provide that during playtimes and lunch times, where we are showing children the different things that they can play. Like we're doing like skipping, we've got football, we have the board game, we have the colouring. We're trying to get the children to connect with each other a little bit. Um, so yeah, I think that's something that we had. We had time and we didn't have technology, so we had to make our own fun.
You describe your job in 3 words.
So my job is, I would say it is busy, rewarding and interesting, because I like to talk to the children and find out about the children, their interests and other things. And sometimes you'll be really surprised on what other people's hobbies and stuff like that are. And when I get to speak to children in small groups or individual, I find out quite a lot more about the children. So I find it really interesting. So they're my 3 words.
If you could only wear one pair of shoes for the rest of your life, what would you wear?
Definitely not high heels. I hate high heels. I've never wore high heels. So it would most probably be my bare feet. I know that's not the answer. Or trainees, comfortable trainees. I like trainees.
Is this the job you've wanted since you were a kid?
No. My job that I wanted when I was a child was a lollipop lady or a firewoman. And I've still got high hopes that I will have my dream job when I retire, because I would love to be a lollipop lady still. So I think that when I retire from my job, I might be round, I might be helping you cross the road. Or your children cross the road, because hopefully it'll be a long time before I retire, most probably. But yeah, a lollipop lady would be my dream job.
What is your favourite food and why?
Um, I would say Indian food is my favourite food, because I love all the different spices and I like hot food. Um, And also, it's something that my son really likes, so we will go to Indian restaurants. And my son's a teenager and doesn't really like spending much time with me at the minute. But if we were going for Indian, he'd come with me and spend some quality time. So I enjoy Indian for them reasons.
I love Indian and hot foods.
Do you? It's very tasty, isn't it? All the different flavours. And you can have lots of different, so it doesn't always have to be hot neither, because I love an Indian korma as well and stuff like that. Yeah.
What football team do you support?
Hard one, because I don't really support football. In fact, football drives me mad. Professional football. I used to love watching my son and watching children play football. And when I've been lucky enough to go with our school football team, I like watching children play football and seeing how they develop and stuff like that. But if I had to pick a team, I'd have to say Everton, because that's all my family support is Everton. So it'd have to be Everton I support.
Half of my family supports Liverpool, half supports Everton. And I support Everton too.
Oh, well.
And my dad goes crazy at me.
So does your dad support Liverpool?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think as well, Everton is my favourite colour as well. That blue is my favourite colour. So I suppose I would go for Everton.
Do you listen to podcasts? If you do, what's your favourite one?
No, I've never really listened to a podcast, because as most of the staff and majority of the children really in this school now are very good at IT and stuff like that, I haven't got a clue how to do a podcast. I'm sure other people might show me now when they learn. I don't really know what to do with a podcast. So no, I don't listen to a podcast, sorry.
If you could give us one bit of advice, what would it be?
I would say always do things that you enjoy. Be that as a hobby or be as your job. I think you have to enjoy what you do in life. And I always think that always trying to see the positive side of things, even if it's hard. There's always some positive in the bigger picture of things. And I do try most of the times to have that outlook, to be positive. But yeah, I think just look at the bigger picture and try and find the positive in everything that you do.
Thank you for taking the time to be here, and goodbye.
Thank you so much. Be lovely.